Hello, everybody, and welcome to TC Talks. I'm here with Changemakers from Collegiate Hall, Javier and Zedekiah, and the coach at Collegiate Hall, Mr. Imlay. Thank you all for being here with us.
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
So my first question is for Zedekiah. So Zedekiah, you were in the first ever cohort at Collegiate Hall. That was the spring of 2019. What made you decide to join Changemakers in the first place?
I felt like joining Changemakers because I felt as first Miss Jarman brought it to me because I didn't know nothing about Changemakers, and Miss Jarman had brought it to me. She said I'll be a good part of the team because of my pros that I have and how I lead people. She says I have a motivation where I lead people to keep pushing, and she said I could help with the team if I put my pros to it. And then with my cons, I had other people that would help me. She said it'll be a good part to help build up my leadership and to help me become more of a solid team to figure something out, to figure one of my motives that I have to keep striving, I believe. Yeah.
Thank you. Javier, next question's for you. So you were in the cohort in the fall. So your coach was Mr. Imlay, who's here with us. What made you want to choose doing Changemakers in the first place?
I just really wanted to do something. Originally I had really nothing else to do, and that wasn't my final, that wasn't the thing that made me want to do it, but that's one of the factors.
Very cool. Mr. Imlay, what made you decide to be a Changemaker coach?
Well, I think my role as a teacher in the classroom provides an academic piece, but I think also as young people, learning the value of service and using your talents to better the community, I think is really, really important. And I was fortunate growing up to have some of those opportunities to get involved in the community. And so I kind of just wanted to help our young people, one, have the opportunity to do that and make an impact, but also see how you're never too young to begin serving.
Thank you. This one's for both of the Changemakers. We'll start with Zedekiah. What was the most important thing you learned while you were in Changemakers, or the most important way that you grew?
One very important thing that I learned was to stop putting everything on my back and to stop feeling like I have to lead everything and have to do it by myself, but to know that there's other people around me and to reach out for help instead of just saying I got it by myself.
Thank you. Javier?
I learned similar to Zedekiah. Usually I would do a lot of the work, and I would do it by my own will, right? I would want to do all the work, and I had to trust my teammates or my peers to get that work done with me. And yeah, so it was a hard change to deal with.
I want to stay with you, Javier, for another question. So you had a unique experience because after your Changemaker semester, you were asked to come in and observe your old coach, Mr. Imlay, when he was with the new group. So you scored him on a few key indicators to see if the environment that he was creating was effective. What was that experience like, observing your former coach and giving him notes that he could help improve his coaching?
It was interesting because not only were they different people, they acted different, right? But also I think our group was the first time Mr. Emily was an alumni, so a lot of things happened that shouldn't have happened, and yeah, so it was interesting.
Well, we really valued your feedback. It was super helpful getting it from a student's eyes to see how we could improve. This question, this is the last question. This is for all three of you. We'll start with Mr. Imlay, and then we'll go to the Changemakers. What advice would you have for a young person trying to make a change in their school and community?
I would say kind of what I touched on earlier, that one, this work is not easy, but that everyone, regardless of the age or anything, has the potential to make a positive impact in others' lives and in your community. And service, it has no prerequisites. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, how old you are, where you're from, you have the power to help someone else. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit and listen to others. So if you want to bring about change in your community, you need to listen to your community, and they need to be the driving force of change. So I would just recommend that if you want to serve, don't wait, go get started now, but make sure that the first thing that you are doing is listening and allowing your community to lead that change.
Thank you. Javier, how about you? What advice would you give to a student that's your age that wants to make a positive impact in the community?
I would say, like, no matter how frustrating your group can get, they're still like around your age. Like, they understand what you're feeling most likely. So like, even if they're a little older, they understand what you felt. So like, if you feel lost or like if you feel frustrated, talk to them and like tell them your issue with them or with something, and you'll be able to get through it.
Thank you. And Zedekiah, what about you? What's advice that you would give to a young person trying to make a change?
And advice I would give to a younger change maker is like, don't come in there with one mindset. Like, don't come in there with like a fixed mindset. Is that what it's called? Yeah, a fixed mindset to where like you just think, okay, I'm doing this to do this, but like come in there like with thinking like you have like come in there thinking you have multiple opportunities and like you can learn from it instead of like going in there like I really wasn't really trying to do this, but like come in like expect it to be like sort of like a sort of new start to like find something that you are like strong at and to like learn off of some other people.
Well, thank you all so much. This has been an episode of TC Talks, and we'll see you next time.